is 450 of them. Did you happen to do it with the 70s look?
No, because it looks terrible. I just don't feel like it's going to look as good.
It looks cool, but it doesn't give enough tiles. Let's push that.
Okay.
It's two things. You have a dirty lens, a dirty mirror somewhere in the system, or it's
Do you know what I mean?
turn on.
Yeah.
That is.
So this definitely, it looks a little.
Meet Blair and Shannon, siblings and co-owners of Local Stature. Join them as they navigate the ups and downs of running a laser engraving business together. From creative projects with their laser machines to behind-the-scenes challenges. They're here to share it all. Don't forget to subscribe and follow along on their journey.
So today we got to work on the project for Mauldin High School.
Mural project. So they want 1973 in wood on the wall. And then they want to attach orange acrylic. Plaques, bricks, whatever you want to call it, with class of and whoever's name with the Maverick Head logo. And what they do is the PTS sells these to alumni or current students or teachers or whoever wants, that was associated with the school. And they charge a certain amount. It's kind of like a fundraiser, but they want to make something pretty big on the wall that's going to last. So we came up with the 1973. So I was out of town. You stepped in. Thank you for doing this. But you did what, just basically a collegiate font?
Yeah, the varsity team font.
Varsity team font. So we decided we were going to do 2 layers. One layer, just the number. The second layer actually has a grid where you can kind of snap in these plaques in a very uniformed manner.
Yeah, and so that it looks good, and that way you know how many you have per number.
It's twofold. It's purposeful. It looks good.
Spacing and all that.
And then also, like you said, we know how many they have, and you can literally count how many you got left to sell. They need a quote today. And I kind of, before we went over there, I didn't know if we could maybe make a small sample.
Of a number? Or of the plaques?
Both.
Or both, okay.
Just cut a corner off at scale, just cut a corner of the number off, and just so you see the 2 layers and you see the honeycomb and you see the plaque snapped in, so they can kind of really visualize what we're talking about. So we need to cut wood. We need to engrave a couple of the plaques. And depending on, since we don't have any two-tone, we're going to have to engrave paint, and do that today.
We might have two-tone.
So this is
basically,
it's painted, it's engraved, and then you paint fill on the back side. You engrave the next layer, you paint filled. We just have to do white and orange. So we'll just engrave the name.
Or like that.
Or like that, yeah.
Or that's...
Actually, that's good. Or that one too. Because I'm thinking on a large scale, because the very first batch of plaques, bricks, whatever we call it, is 450 of them. So that's a...
Yeah, and we're making it smaller than the example that they have, because I feel like that's really big and they could get more into the numbers. Like fit more plaques on the numbers. If
and that's the goal.
Plus there's just like a lot of extra space on that.
There is. And so they could do more numbers, they can sell more and raise more money, and it just looks cool.
It does.
So that's what we're going to plan to do today.
There's this two-tone, but I haven't used this, and it's like super thin. It's orange and white. So I don't know how it does, so I don't know if we want to even test it out.
That's exactly what they used before.
It's just a little bit different shade, but it doesn't matter.
We'll try it.
Yeah.
Make one of them, just see what it looks like.
Yeah.
And then we can try one paint and see which looks better, and then we can determine.
Did you see, was it you that told me, or did I see it somewhere, that you take the masking off to engrave the two-tone? Okay. And was it you turn the air assist off or something? Okay.
Yeah, let it melt out.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, push comes to shove, we can take this piece and cut it in half and just do a corner.
Okay.
Which one do first?
I don't know.
Did you happen to do it with the 70s look?
No, because it looks terrible. Look at it. Look at it. It looks terrible.
Well, you just made it because you had to make it fat to.
Yeah, and I dwindled it down. It would still need to be good. Like this just looks better.
Okay.
This was making it with the tiles the size that they already had, like the 5-inch and like 1 3/4. And then I decided to dwindle it down, make it smaller to 1 inch, 4 inches wide, 1.5 inches tall. You could get a lot more in there. And I actually feel like it looks better. But that's the varsity team font. Yeah, one of the options that we were thinking about was using like a retro font, but they were talking about their size. This was the size that the one would be. So I tried to make it smaller. It would still need to be even smaller. I just don't feel like it's going to look as good.
It looks cool, but it doesn't give enough tiles.
It doesn't give enough tiles. Also, for long-term purposes, I feel like just a varsity font is just very classic in my opinion.
Okay.
And it, like you said, it does give more tiles. I don't know. I just feel like it looks better. Because I liked this font, but then when I blew it up, I was like, that's a little bigger. That's kind of normal. That was what I was discussing. Like, so you make the name really big.
That's actually very cool.
Yeah, that was Matt's suggestion. And I was like, I like it. Like, it gives it a little something.
Let's push that.
Okay.
Absolutely, let's push that due to the fact that, like you said, you can make your
name big, and so you still have your map head, but it's not like in your
Bravo,
face.
Mateo.
Yeah.
I thought of doing the class above and keep it a standard size, and that gives you more room to make a bigger name.
I like that. Yeah, because you're right, because that was what I was worried about. But yeah, that's a great idea.
And that allows you more space down here for a longer name. So it's kind of like equal distance from the side, equal distance from the top. That is...
So this definitely, it looks a little not clear. It's not clear.
So what I'm thinking is, this is what I'm thinking. You've got to do your engraving, and then you've got to do a quick pass on the edges.
This is still double. You see those 2 lines right there? Something.
That means that sometimes the mirror needs to be cleaned off. Or that could be the lens is dirty.
It's like duplicating it or like not filling it all the way. I don't even know if you'd say it's duplicated. It's just not clear. It's like...
It's 2 things. You have a dirty lens, a dirty mirror somewhere in the system, or it's your alignment's hit off and the cone nozzle, you could be clipping it and it causes a double line effect. I just went in and cleaned the mirrors and then took out the lens. The lens had some specks on it. Could have been just debris. That could have caused it. So we're going to check that first because that's the quickest fix.
It's still doing it.
Still doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to...
So that means it's probably...
What I'm going to do is do the crosshatch.
Okay.
On the next one, because whenever I was engraving like the basketballs and the soccer balls on it's like when it's small, it like almost just doesn't have enough time to like engrave it. Do you know what I mean?
Turn off, turn on.
Yeah. And so when I would do the crosshatch, then it would be able to fill it.
Okay.
I think it looks better. I think we just had it going too fast. Oh yeah, that looks good.
Oh, nope. That's cool. So literally take this and we just line up. But this shows them basically how they could.
Does it fit?
Yeah,
the way you did that made me feel like it didn't fit. I was like, oh no. Okay.
But everything will have a 2-inch border.
Mm-hmm.
And then so when they goes up on the wall, that actually looks good.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna make a quote.
So I'm gonna glue this while you do that.
Mm-hmm. Or do you want the...
Well, I'm going to do the CA because
Yeah.
it's just a little quicker.